Almost, almost live. There we go. Hello, everyone. It is Self Care Sunday Self Care Edition. How are you? And you, but especially you, doing tonight? Tell me about it. What are you all grateful for this evening? That is what I want to know. That is what I want to know. See if I can get all my screens going here. Boom. There's the right screen. I almost started the wrong video screen up on my view there. How we doing this Sunday, the last Sunday of April? The last Sunday of April. It is. Excited to be here with you tonight. It has been a crazy week as we come into the end here. Hey, Amy, how are you? Hey, Carrie, how are things in Florida? Hope all is well in Florida. Coming that direction soon. Coming that direction soon. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Heather in Iowa. Hope all is well there. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Sun is out and sales are up. Yes, yes, it is. Even today in the Northeast, it was a little cooler, but people are out and about, and people are shopping. The American consumer is mighty. Can't knock that American consumer down. I hope all is well in Iowa, Lou. And I hope the sun is shining there too. Oh, hot day at Disney. That is rough. Yeah, we usually stop by this point in April going, although we're going a couple weeks. As I say that, we're going in a couple weeks. I love that you were able to take them there. I hope you had an amazing time, Carrie. You know it's a special place in our heart. Hey, April, how are you? Tornadoes tomorrow. Take cover, Heather. I don't like tornadoes. You have a Hallmark movie town. You can't have tornadoes there. And what the heck happened to April, Carmela? Let me think. I think I got 40,000 things that happened to April in your world. Just a guess, Carmela. Just a guess. I love hearing lots of crowds. Yes, the shoppers are out. The shoppers are definitely out. And one of the trend lines, I'm waiting for April data to come in and to look at it a little more closely. But one of the trend lines I'm seeing in April sales, and I certainly want to compare it to the seasonality of other Aprils, is lots of cash in April. Lots of cash, and I think it is above average for April. I don't think it's just a tax refund thing, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that because we have lots going on this week. We have lots of talks. If you're an NLR Plus member, we have our Zoom on Tuesday afternoon, and you don't want to miss that because we'll talk some taxes, we'll talk some tariffs, we'll talk some great customer stuff. We got some great stuff. But let's get started with tonight's quote, and then we'll talk about MVA. MVA, think about that. Our quote starts tonight: opportunity does not waste time with those who are unprepared. Opportunity does not waste time with those who are unprepared. Boom, there you go. There you go. So tonight, just because it's been this kind of week, and I wanted to, I've had a lot of people with a lot of different things going on. So on Self Care Sunday, I wanted to have a discussion about your MVA. And I am not talking about Maryland, Virginia. I am talking about your, and especially yours, most valuable asset. Your most valuable asset. Any thoughts on what your most valuable asset is? Is it the money? Is it your house? I don't know if I have enough here to make it make noise. I don't have enough here to make. I need a bigger pile of it. Hang on a second. Maybe I can make it make noise now. There. I probably not coming through. I probably don't have a big enough pile. I can't do decks of cards either. But there you go. Your sassy attitude. Or your family, your consigners. Lou is me, my health. These are some good answers. These are some good answers, and some of them even I will even argue dance around it, except for maybe the sassy part. But hey, your most valuable asset is your time. Your most valuable asset is your time. And there is no more, there isn't, it is limited. Okay, it is not unlimited. I started this week with a funeral for my aunt, who I had a great relationship with at 89, which is wonderful. 89, that's a wonderful thing. But it is your time. And, we may not think of an hour here or an hour there, or the time we spent sucked up on something, but your time is your most valuable asset. You work about, now, take this for its full context before I say it, because I know some of you are going to say I did that this week. Okay, in your lifetime, you will work about 90,000 hours. Okay, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, I will argue you are above average. So you will work a little more than 90,000 hours. Okay, but you go read Tombstone. I had this discussion with somebody today, actually, about the cemetery. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Thank you. She was. Don't tell my father's other sisters, but she was my favorite. My father's sisters. Uh, but I will miss our talks. I will miss talking with her. I will miss our conversations. But I'm not I appreciate history. I'm not a history buff, but I very much appreciate history. And it's always interesting to walk through cemeteries and look around and read about the people. And, as you look at these tombstones, none of them say, yes, Carmela, you probably have worked 90,000 hours this year with what you've been pulled off. But nobody says, none of the tombstones that I saw in the cemetery, and I was in a very old cemetery. My aunt, I'm going to go very fast on this story. My aunt and uncle were old time Woodstock, New York. Old time Woodstock, New York. And he was the doctor and she was the nurse back in the day. They were the practice. Okay, they were the medical practice that started in the 60s in Woodstock, and they set up and built their family in Woodstock. And for a long time, they were the doctor and the nurse. But none of the headstones in the cemetery say, work that extra hour. Okay, did this. They say beloved father, husband, wife. Um, your time on this planet, all of our time is limited. The United States has a 100% mortality rate. So your most valuable asset is your time and what you do with it, what you choose to do with it, and where you choose to spend it. And it is a choice. It is a choice you make every day. It is a choice you make who you call, where you spend those hours, and how you spend that time. So yeah, that is real. Okay. And yes, you have responsibilities as an entrepreneur and a business owner, but it doesn't all have to be you. Okay. We were working with a store earlier this week, and would you do this job? When you think of some of the things you do in your store, would you apply for that job? Okay, sort through dirty clothes to find the needle in the haystack that does not smell, that doesn't have cat hair on it, that doesn't have poop in it, that doesn't have blood stains, okay, that doesn't have other things on it so that you can resell it, okay, and we will pay you $15 an hour. Would you apply to that job? No, you would not. So use your brain and your time to do strategic work, to grow your business. Yes, sometimes all of us have to be in the weeds. Okay, we all have to be in the weeds sometimes. Okay, I have to be in the weeds sometimes. You have to be in the weeds. We all have to be in the weeds sometimes. But that shouldn't be where most of our day is spent. Okay, when we work smarter, when we work on our business instead of in our business, when we focus our attitude and attendance on being amazing, okay, and showing up where it matters, whether that's our kids' soccer game or their college graduation or a vacation or taking, like Carrie did today, the grandkids to Disney, which is both a financially backbreaking and walking in the heat backbreaking experience. Okay. These moments matter. Those are the moments that matter. Um, those are the things that matter, the impact that we have. Hey, Rose, how are you? How are you tonight? Great to have you here today. These are the things that matter when you do it and when you make it happen. And so, yes, family matters. Yes, the things that matter to you. You vote on what matters to you, not with your not with your dollars, okay, although that is a portion of it, but with your time. And how you spend time with people, how you do that, how you spend your time is the greatest investment you make and is the greatest thing you can do. Okay, it is your most valuable asset, so protect it. Don't let other people hijack it. Okay, take ownership of it. The reason, if you email Angie or I, one of the things that we may reply with or we may say to you is make it a great day. We say that not because we want you to have a great day. Okay. It's because we want you to have the intention to understand that it actually is your responsibility and your work to make it a great day. If I tell you to have a great day, it's something that is given to you. There's no action on your part that is needed. If you have to make it a great day, you have a responsibility. You have ownership of it, and you have ownership of your time. That is your greatest asset. Rose is doing great. Amazing month of April, planning ahead for May, and Mother's Day promotions. Well, I know we have a lot in the program and different things. Angie and April are always good for ideas for holidays and things and to make it exciting. You keep doing what you're doing. What I like most about your April, Rose, isn't your sales for April. What I like most about your April is not your sales for April, but how much time you took away from the store in April. It may have been the end of March or the beginning of April, but I think you've had 2 trips this month. You were in New Orleans, you went to the beach, you're making time for you, which goes right into my topic of tonight of your most valuable asset is your time. And none of us are getting any younger. None of us are getting any younger, but it is your most valuable asset. And so protect it. Protect it. Put a bubble around it and do the things that are important to you, not that are important to somebody else. Okay, that do the things that you value, that you find that bring you joy. Okay, not to Marie Kondo it, but to that you because you control this. You have control. You have control. And that is what's amazing. So when you realize your most valuable asset isn't your home, it isn't your bank account. Okay, in our society, money matters. Don't get me wrong, money matters. There are reasons for money. Okay, that is how we trade in this society of ours. But the most valuable thing we do, okay, is manage our time. Is manage our time. And when we manage our time, everything else can still flourish. Okay. I say all the time, I am important. Okay. I have an important role in the jobs that I do. But if I weren't on this planet tomorrow, it'd be a very small circle that would be really in pain. And it's important that you spend that time with everybody and spend it with the people you want to spend it with and do the things you want to do and protect your time like Rose has been doing this month. And I'm proud of her for that. And I'm proud of the success of the store at the same time. So we're having both things happening at the same time. So you're doing an amazing job there, Rose. And so many others, like Carrie, going off to Disney, taking and running off to Disney with the grandkids. And, she spent a lot of time at the beginning of the year cleaning out her mom's house. So these are things that matter. These are the things that matter. Okay, because none of those tombstones in the cemetery said anything about they worked 91,000 hours more, which is more than the average. Not 90,000. They worked 91,000 in total. None of them said that. None of them said that they won best consignment store 5 years in a row or any of that. None of those things said that. Well, it's tough on all of us. Okay, I didn't always get it, Rose. You got to remember, early in business, the harder you work, the more money you make, or the perception that you're going to make more money. The more established you get into business, the more you think, the more you make, and the more you give yourself space to think, the better you are. We can keep those. Which side? The register ringing. I'm screwed up with video. I don't do video well, but we can keep that register ringing. Okay, because you've set up the systems and the processes, and that's what this is about. That is how we make it happen. So protect your MVA, your most valuable asset, your time, people. That is tonight's lesson. 90,000 of them there. Don't forget it. You know what else? This video and everything we talk about, this video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell, ring it so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with everybody you know in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody. everybody run a better business. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Ish, Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Ish. But if you have a question, don't hesitate. Just email me, Neil, Neil, at nextlevelresale.com, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. Actually got caught up on a lot of emails today, which was very productive. Very productive and a good use of my time. We start the program every night with our unique daily quotes. Our quote at the opening of the show was, "Opportunity does not waste time with those who are unprepared." Our closing quote tonight: "Humans don't mind hardship. In fact, they thrive on it. What they mind is not feeling necessary. Modern society has perfected the art of making people feel not necessary." Well, you are necessary. You are necessary to me. You are necessary to your community. You're necessary to your family. You are your MVA. You are necessary. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. Let's finish this month strong. You still got 3 days. Make it happen. Until then, and until Wednesday at More 8 Ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you on Wednesday. Make it a great week.